Hello, my name is Karina and I'm a Ukrainian girl living in China. I have a Chinese husband and we have a lovely daughter. I'm an artist and I studied this subject for 7 years and here's the proof, here is my diploma. And here in China I'm a blogger and suddenly I decided that I can combine blogging and painting in the same video. So here we are. I lived in China for 3 years and I'm in a relationship with my husband for like a really long time already. I got married with him when I was 23 and I bonded with him when I was 23. Some people say it's quite young age for marriage and I don't know. I think as much as we're responsible enough and we love each other, why not? From my Chinese friends I hear that they always got forced from parents to get married faster and to have a baby earlier. And let's say it feels so uncomfortable and I remember when I was in Shanghai for the first time and I was very curious about that thing in the People's Square, the marriage market, really curious. And I also saw that once in summer in Zhongshan Park. If you ask me about these things in my country, well, all traditional and traditional-minded families, they also act the same to the kids. And they're especially strict to the woman. They say you have to get married before 25 years old and you have to have your firstborn before 30 years old. Seems like expiration date of the woman is 25 years old. And the only purpose of her living is to give birth to her babies. Men have much more rights in this situation. I hope I could say that nowadays in 21st century you can only see this kind of traditional stuff only in villages. But I can't. Yes, of course, a good education and better quality of life and the job opportunities allows young generation to have their own life in the way they want to live and not to plan marriage stuff too early. For example, my best friend, she lives with her boyfriend for a very long time now and they are not getting married and not planning babies, not planning all that things. They just want to work, make money and have a better future. And it sounds reasonable for me, sounds very logical and sounds right. But she always pushed by her mom to get married. And funny thing that her mom used me as an example of the perfect woman's life. Because I have a high education and I get married before 25 and I have my firstborn before 25. So, like a perfect life, huh? Her mom even once said, like literally, this is her words. Look at Karina. She fulfills her life duty. She lives rentfully with her husband. Why can't you be just like her? Well, no comments to say. But this is just words and she still loves her daughter and she just wanted the best to her in the way she thinks is good and best. Personally, I never had this kind of situation. Well, because I had a perfect woman's life, right? But my mom did other kind of weird things to me. She was very confused about my sexual orientation because I never had a boyfriend before 17 years old. I even got my first kiss at 17 years old. And I had many friends with girls and I never had any communication with guys. So that's why she was quite confused about me. So she always do that strange things, which is very weird and uncomfortable. For example, once we were walking in the street and some stranger guy came to me and asked for my number and asked me like, do you want to date? And I said like, no, thank you. And my mom was like, no, stop. Yes, of course. Here is my daughter's number. You're welcome. What the hell, mom? Really? I was 17 and that guy looks like 30 years old. I'm not sure if he's 30 years old, but he was old. He looked so old that I felt like I'm going on a date with my father. And she actually pushed me to go on a date with him. Isn't it crazy? And I tried as hard as I can to make that guy it's not the only one weird thing that she did to me. Once we had a party at home and there was many family members and all our close friends, and there was one young guy who is like around my age, a new guy. I never saw him before, and everything was fine. And then my mom started to do that weird thing again. So she brought me and that guy in the other room together and started introducing him to me because I was kind of ignoring him. So somehow she wanted us to start talking to each other. She was like, and then she said,
she also has very nice tattoo. But now, show me tattoos.
and he was like, putting his t-shirt up. And he has some tattoo here, and you know, this kind of hip stuff. And I guess he was a very nice guy, and his tattoo looks good. And the music I actually do like. But it's not like I was wanted to get a relationship in that time. I wasn't ready for a relationship. That kind of pushing makes me go inside and hide inside myself even more. So just weird. But the good thing that we are able to live our life in the way that we want. And it's so simple and easy. When Rosie was 1 year old, Rosie is my daughter. Me and Johnny still wasn't married. And this was totally fine for us. We love each other and that's enough. But then we found out that it's more easy to get a visa if we make a marriage document. So one day we just wake up, you know, with a messy hair, just wear some random clothes, slippers, no makeup, and go to the marriage office. And the old couples there was like wearing suits and the girls wearing the wedding dresses, and there was many guests waiting outside with the flowers and the champagne, and they was like, oh, celebrating. And we there was just like going to the shop, you know, we just take the queue and then we just go to the room and then we just sign the documents and then we just become wife and husband. And it's fine because that's what we want. And we didn't have a wedding. Not in Ukraine, neither in China, because we was too lazy to do this. You know, we have to spend like half year on planning these things. We are old enough to be responsible and to control our actions. It's not like parents can control you anymore, right? And parents just can't do anything about it because it's our life and our decisions, and only we know what is better for us. So do you. See you next time.